సైన్స్ ఫర్ నైన్త్ స్టాండర్డ్. హలో అండి, ఎలా ఉన్నారు అందరూ? తా, వినబడుతోందా? నా వాయిస్ వినబడుతోందా? నా వాయిస్ క్లియర్ గా ఉందా? ఓకే. సో ఈ రోజు నుంచి మనం ఒక ఫేమస్ పర్సనాలిటీస్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాం. ఓకేనా? సో మనం ఈ రోజు సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాం. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈ రోజు నుంచి మీకు ఓన్లీ ఒక 5 minutes ఇలా ఉంటదండి. ఒక్కొక్కరి గురించి అసలు మన ఎంతెంత గొప్ప వ్యక్తులు ఉన్నారు మన దగ్గర, వాళ్ళ గురించి మనం నేర్చుకొని మనకి ఎట్లా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది చదువుకోవడానికి కానీ జీవితంలో సెటిల్ అవ్వడానికి. వాళ్ళ నుంచి మనం ఎన్ని ఆ, మార్గాలు మనకు అందుబాటులో ఉంటున్నాయన్నీ మనకి చాలా ఉపయోగపడతాయి. ఓకేనా? సో ఈ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ లో మనం వచ్చి సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాం. అసలు వినే ఉంటారు కంపల్సరిగా. సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ అన్న అతను మనకు ఎంత సహాయం చేశాడు. సో తన వృత్తి రీత్యా గాని వ్యక్తిత్వ రీత్యా అసలు ఒక సంస్కారం అంటే ఎలా ఉండాలి అన్న గొప్ప వ్యక్తి సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్. సో మనం యూజువల్ గా September 5th మనకి టీచర్స్ డే జరుపుకుంటాం. సో ఆయన జన్మించిన రోజును మనం ఆయన జ్ఞాపకార్థంగా మనం వచ్చి టీచర్స్ డే, ఉపాధ్యాయ దినోత్సవం మనం జరుపుకుంటాం. సో అసలు ఆయన పు యూజువల్ గా మనం ఏం చెప్తాం, పువ్వు పుట్టగానే పరిమళిస్తున్నట్లు చిన్నతనం నుంచి ఆయన అసాధారణ ప్రజ్ఞా పాఠవాలను ప్రదర్శించిన వ్యక్తి సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ అండి. ఆయన అసలు చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చాలా కష్టపడి ఉన్నత శిఖరాలకు ఎదిగాడు. సో అలానే పలువురికి మార్గదర్శకంగా తన వృత్తి ధర్మాన్ని చాలా గొప్పగా నిలబెట్టారు. సో అసలు ఆయన ఒక గురువు. గురువు అంటే మనకు ఎంత రెస్పెక్ట్ ఉండాలి. ఒక గురువులకే గురువుగా ఉపాధ్యాయ వృత్తికే అసలు ఆదర్శంగా నిలిచిపోయాడండి. అసలు అసలు ఆయన ఎలా చెప్పేవాడంటే, ఉపాధ్యాయుడు అని అంటే మనం వచ్చి మనం స్టూడెంట్స్ కి బెదిరించి కాదు, అసలు పాఠం చెప్పేవాడు ఎంత క్లారిటీగా మనం చెప్తామో వాళ్ళకి అంత ఈజీ వేలో మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి ఆ జ్ఞానాన్నంతా వాళ్ళకి ప్రసాదించేటట్లు చేశాడు. అసలు ఉపాధ్యాయుడు అంటే ఒక ఓపికతో, ఒక సహనంతో మనం ఎట్లా చెప్తే విద్యార్థులకు అర్థమవుతుంది అన్న వేలో ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఆయన చాలా నీట్ గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేవాడటండి. అసలు అసలు ఉపాధ్యాయ వృత్తికే నిలిచిన ఆచార్యులు అంటారు. మనం ఏమంటాం? ఆచార్యులు అంటే ఉపాధ్యాయుడిని మనం ఆచార్యులు అంటామా? సో ఆయన అలానే ఓన్లీ ఉపాధ్యాయుడే కాదండి. అసలు ఆయన ఒక మాజీ రాష్ట్రపతి. అండ్ ఆల్సో మాజీ రాష్ట్రపతి. ఒక ఒకానొక కాలంలో ఆయన ఫస్ట్ ఉపరాష్ట్రపతి. అండ్ ఆల్సో రాష్ట్రపతిగా కూడా ఆయన చేసేవారట. అసలు అసలు ఆయన మన తెలుగు వాడు కావడం మనందరికీ గర్వకారణం. ఒక్కసారి వెళ్ళి మీరు అసలు సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ యొక్క అచీవ్మెంట్స్ అని ఒక్కసారి వెళ్ళి చూడండి. అసలు ఆయన గురించి అట్లీస్ట్ మనం ఒక దాంట్లో తెలుసుకున్న వాటిలో మనం అట్లీస్ట్ కొన్ని ఫాలో అయితే కూడా మన లైఫ్ వచ్చి చాలా వేరే లెవెల్లో మనం వచ్చి మనం తీసుకెళ్ళచ్చు. ఆయన నుంచి కొన్ని మంచి విషయాలు నేర్చుకొని మనం ఆచరించినా సరిపోతుంది. సో ఇంతకు ముందు అని చెప్పినట్టు మనం ఏటా September 5th జాతీయ ఉపాధ్యాయ దినోత్సవం జరుపుకుంటున్నాం కదా. సో అలాగే ఆయన ఒక 4 దశాబ్దాల పాటు ఆయన ఉపాధ్యాయ వృత్తిలో ఉండి విద్యార్థుల మధ్యనే గడిపారండి. అసలు ఎదుటి వారికి బోధించడం పట్ల తన విజ్ఞానం కూడా వృద్ధి చెందుతుందని ఆయన గట్టిగా నమ్మేవారు. నమ్మి ఆచరించిన వ్యక్తి మన సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గారు. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఒక కష్టమైన అంశం మీకు ఏదైనా అర్థం కాలేదనుకోండి, అది వచ్చి ఒక కష్టమైన లాజికల్ థింగ్స్ ఏదైనా ఉంటే దాన్ని ఎట్లా ఈజీగా ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇవ్వాలని ఆయన బోధించేవారటండి. అసలు అసలు ఉపాధ్యాయుడికి బాధ్యత ఎప్పుడూ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండాలి. ఉపాధ్యాయుడి కంటే ఒక బాధ్యత ఉంటుందండి. ఆయన ఒక ఉపాధ్యాయుడు కానీ, ఒక రాష్ట్రపతి చేసినా, ఒక ఉపరాష్ట్రపతి చేసినా ఆయన బాధ్యతని ఆయన ఎప్పుడూ మర్చిపోలేదటండి. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు కూడా యాజ్ ఎ స్టూడెంట్ గా కావచ్చు, మీరు ఫ్యూచర్లో ఒక సన్ కావచ్చు అండ్ యాజ్ ఏ ఫాదర్ అలా ఉన్నా కూడా మీ బాధ్యతని ఎప్పుడు మీరు ఏ బాధ్యత నిర్వహిస్తున్నారో ఆ బాధ్యతని ఎవ్వరూ మర్చిపోకుండా మనం అందరము ఒక సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్ గా తీసుకొని ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ లైఫ్ లో మనకి ఎట్లా సహాయపడగలుగుతారు అలాంటి ఫేమస్ పర్సనాలిటీస్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఒక్కొక్క చిన్న విషయం నేర్చుకున్నా మనం ఎక్కడో ఉండొచ్చండి. అండ్ ఆల్సో విద్యార్థుడికి ఉపాధ్యాయుడికి ఎట్లా రిలేషన్ ఉండాలి, ఎంత మంచిగా ఉండాలి అని చాలా బాగా చెప్పేవారటండి అసలు. ఆయన అసలు మనకి ఎన్ని అచీవ్మెంట్స్ సాధించారంటే, ఆయన వచ్చి ఫస్ట్ కలకత్తా విశ్వవిద్యాలయంలో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక ఇన్సిడెంట్ చెప్తానండి నేను. కలకత్తా విశ్వవిద్యాలయంలో ఆయన జాబ్ చేసేటప్పుడు అక్కడ భారతీయ తత్వశాస్త్రం అనే గ్రంథం రాశారండి. అసలు ఆ గ్రంథం రాసేటప్పుడు అక్కడ నుంచి విదేశీ పండితుల ప్రశంసలు కూడా అందుకుందట. దానికి అక్కడున్న కొంతమంది ఏమన్నారంటే, మీరు ఆక్స్ఫర్డ్ యూనివర్సిటీకి వెళ్ళొచ్చు కదండి, డిగ్రీ తీసుకొని ఉంటే మీకు ఇంకా గొప్ప పేరు వచ్చేది కదా అని అడిగితే తను ఏం చెప్పారంటే, నేను ఆక్స్ఫర్డ్ యూనివర్సిటీకి వెళ్తే ఓన్లీ టీచర్ గా మాత్రమే వెళ్తా గాని స్టూడెంట్ గా వెళ్ళను అన్నారట. సో ఇది ఆయనకున్న దేశభక్తి, మన మన దేశం పట్ల ఉన్న దేశభక్తి అండ్ స్వదేశీ విద్యాలయాల పట్ల ఉన్న గౌరవం, ఆత్మాభిమానానికి అసలు ఇది ఒక ఇన్సిడెంట్ గా మీరు తెలుసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇంకొక విషయం ఆయన చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఎలా చెప్పేవారంటే, ఇవన్నీ మనకి ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్స్ అండి, ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్ కొటేషన్స్ కూడా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఒక చీమను చూసి దాని క్రమశిక్షణ నేర్చుకోండి అనేవారటండి. అంటే చీమ వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు దాని వెనకాల ఒక 10 చీమలు వెళ్తే ఎలా వెళ్తాయండి? స్ట్రెయిట్ లైన్ లో వెళ్తాయా? సో అలా చీమను చూసి మనం క్రమశిక్షణ నేర్చుకోవాలి. అండ్ భూమిని చూసి మనం ఓర్పును నేర్చుకోవాలి. సో భూమి ఎంత భారం పెట్టుకొని ఓర్పుతో ఉందండి, ఒక్కసారి ఆలోచించండి. అండ్ చెట్టును చూసి ఎదగడం నేర్చుకోవాలి. చెట్టును చూసి ఎదగడం నేర్చుకోవాలి. అలాగే సుగుణాలు అంటే మంచి విషయాలు మాత్రం ఒక ఉపాధ్యాయుని దగ్గర నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఎంత చక్కగా, ఒక్కసారి ఈ 4 లైన్స్ ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి. చీమను చూసి క్రమశిక్షణ నేర్చుకోండి, భూమిని చూసి ఓర్పును నేర్చుకోండి, చెట్టును చూసి ఎదగడం నేర్చుకోండి, అండ్ సుగుణాలు అంటే మంచి గుణాలు చూసి మనం ఉపాధ్యాయుని దగ్గర నేర్చుకోవాలి. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో అంటే ఉపాధ్యాయుడు స్టూడెంట్స్ అంటే ఒక తను ఏదో కొట్టి చెప్తున్నారు మనం నేర్చుకోవాలి అలా కాదండి, వాళ్ళు మన మంచికి చెప్తున్నారు. మీరు కూడా చాలా క్లాసెస్ వింటున్నారు కదా. సో మనం వచ్చి వాళ్ళు మనకి ఒక విద్య నేర్పుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళ పట్ల మనకి ఎలా గౌరవం ఉండాలి. అండ్ ఆల్సో మనకు విద్య మన లైఫ్ లో ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అని మీరు నేర్చుకోవాలన్నమాట. దానికోసం ఇలా చెప్పాను. సో అసలు అది అతను ఎలా చెప్పేవాడంటే, ఈజీగా సులభంగా కష్టం లేకుండా మనం మాట్లాడేదంతా వండుకొని ఈజీ వేలో వాళ్ళకి ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ చేసేవాళ్ళట. సో దానికోసం చెప్తున్నాను నేను. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఈ లోకంలో మనకి ఎంతో మంది వస్తుంటారు పోతుంటారండి, కానీ కొంతమంది మాత్రం మనకు కారణ జన్మము. వాళ్ళు భౌతికంగా ఇక్కడ లేకపోవచ్చు, కానీ మనసుల్లో ఎప్పుడు నిలిచే ఉంటారు. అలాంటి మహానుభావుల్లో ఉత్తములు డాక్టర్ సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గారు ఒకడు. ఆయన కూడా అందరిలాగే జన్మించిన, స్వశక్తితో పాటు అసాధారణ ప్రజ్ఞా పాఠతాలతో ఉన్నత శిఖరాలకు ఎగి ఎదిగి పలువురిని మార్గదర్శకంగా తన వృత్తి ధర్మానికి మకుటంగా వెలిగారు. సో ఇది సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్, మనం వచ్చి ఉపాధ్యాయ దినోత్సవంగా తెచ్చుకుంటున్నాం. ఇది వచ్చి కొనుక్కుంటే వచ్చేది కాదండి, కొలిచి తెచ్చుకున్న గౌరవం. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఏదైనా గౌరవం అనేది కొనుక్కుంటే రాదండి, కొలిచి తెచ్చుకున్న గౌరవం. దట్ ఈస్ సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గారి గౌరవం. తన వృత్తి రీత్యా, వ్యక్తిత్వ రీత్యా, సంస్కార రీత్యా ఆయన్ని వరించిందండి. ఏ పనిలో అయినా నిబద్ధత కలిగి ఉండాలని ఆయన జీవితం మనకి పాఠం నేర్పిస్తుంది. సో సర్వేపల్లి జీవితం మనకి ఎందరికో స్ఫూర్తిదాయకం. అదే చెప్తున్నా, ఏ పనిలో అయినా నిబద్ధత కలిగి ఉండాలి. అది ఆయన జీవితం మనకి పాఠం అండి. సో ఒక నిబద్ధత అంటే ఏంటి? మనం వచ్చి ఏది మనం ఒక పని తీసుకుంటే అది కంప్లీట్ చేసి, అదిదా నిబద్ధత. దాన్ని మనం ఎవ్రీ మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ లైఫ్, మీకు ప్రతి ఒక్క పాయింట్లో, ప్రతి ఒక్క లైఫ్లో, ప్రతి ఒక్క నిమిషం మీరు వచ్చి మనకి మన స్వశక్తితో ఉండాలి, మనము మన నిబద్ధత కలిగి ఉండాలి అని డాక్టర్ సర్వేపల్లి రాధాకృష్ణన్ గురించి ఈరోజు చెప్పిన విషయాలు మీకు హెల్ప్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి.
Shall I continue the class? Good evening, students. In 9th standard science, today we are going to learn the concept about chemical equation. Balancing chemical equation. What is chemical equation? Yes, chemical equation is a shorthand presentation of a chemical reaction. A chemical equation is a shorthand representation of with the help of chemical symbols and formulas. So this is the right definition of what is chemical equation. Yes, chemical equation is a shorthand representation of chemical reaction with the help of chemical symbols and formula. So this is the right explanation about what is a chemical reaction. Yes, each and every chemical equation has two components. That is, one is reactant, another one is product. One is reactant, another one is product. Yes, each and every chemical components has two components, left side and then right side product. First, left side is called as reactants, right side is called as products. So reactants are the substance take part in the chemical reactions. Yes, reactants are the part in a chemical reaction. Products are the substance that is formed in chemical reaction. Okay. Reactants means reactants duty the substance take part in chemical reaction. Take part in chemical reaction. That is reactants duty. Reactants are the substance that take part in a chemical reactions. And another one is products. Yes. What is products? Use. Yes, products are the substance that are formed in chemical reaction. Formed, new products are formed in chemical reactions. That kind of products are called as products. Okay. So reactants, that are the substance, take part in chemical reaction. Products are the substance that are formed in chemical reaction. Yes. What is chemical equation? Chemical equation is a shorthand representation of a chemical reaction. What are the action was done in that place with the help of chemical symbols and formula. With the help of chemical symbols and formula, we want to write one equation. The type of equation is called as chemical equation. Okay. Is that clear? What is chemical equation? What are the components are involved in that equation? There are two components are involved. One is reactants, another one is products. Reactants are the part in chemical reaction. Products are formed in chemical reaction. So this is the right explanation about the chemical equation and the reactants and products details. Okay. Next one is steps in writing the skeletal equation. Skeletal equation are unbalanced equation. Okay. Steps right in the skeletal equation. Yes. Skeleton means. So before writing the balanced equation of chemical reaction is called as skeletal equation. So what are the steps involved to write the skeletal equation? Skeleton equation or skeletal, both are same. First point. So we want to write the symbols and formula, each of the reactants on that left hand side and join with the plus sign. So first rule, want to write the skeletal equation, we want to write any symbol on the formula, each of the reactant on the left hand side. So we want to join them by plus sign. Okay, that is the first rule. Symbols and formula we want to write on the left hand side. One more symbols we want to write means compulsorily we want to write the plus sign within the gap of symbols. Next one is follow them an arrow which is interpreted and given forms. We want to write one arrow mark between left hand side and the right hand side. So we want to write a arrow mark between the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay. First one is write the symbols and formula. Symbol. We want to write a plus sign to join two reactants. Okay. And then we want to put one arrow mark between the LHS, that is left hand side reactants, and then right hand side product. We want to write one arrow mark between the left hand side and right hand side components. And then third rule, write on the right hand side arrow symbols formula each of the products. So third one, this is called as products. So left hand sides are known as reactants. So write the right hand side of arrow mark symbol and formula each of the products. What are the products we will get on that reaction? We want to write the right side. Okay, right side components are products of the reaction. And fourth one, if the product is a gas, should be represented. Yes, the products are in gaseous states means want to write the upward arrow. This symbol denotes that kind of material in gaseous state. Gaseous state is known as the upward arrow. And the precipitate means we want to represent the downward arrow. Downward arrow represented the precipitate. The product is in precipitate state. The product is in precipitate state means we want to write the downward arrow. Gaseous state means upward arrow. Upward arrow represented that is in gas. Downward arrow means represented as the precipitate. Okay. So for example, magnesium, Mg plus H2SO4. Sulfuric acid, MgSO4. So, magnesium plus sulfuric acid are the reactants. So, left side components are called as reactants. Right side components are called as products. So, these two are called as products. These two are called as reactants. This hydrogen state is in gaseous state. So, just I put upward arrow. Gaseous state means we want to put one upward arrow symbol. It denotes it is in gaseous states. The hydrogen is the gas. Okay. So, last one, the equation is written is called as unbalanced equation. Unbalanced equation. So, this kind of equation is known as unbalanced or skeletal equation. Skeletal equation is nothing but unbalanced. These are all unbalanced nature. So, it is called as unbalanced equation. Okay. What are the rules we want to write a skeletal equation? Means first one, the symbols of the formula, each of the reactants on the left hand side and join them with the plus sign. Second one is we want to put an arrow mark between the right hand side and left hand side. That is two components, LHS and RHS. Reactants and products, we want to put one arrow mark between these two components. Right on the right hand side of the arrow symbol and formula for the products. And each product should be represented. Upward arrow means gaseous states. Downward arrow denoted that is in precipitate. And last one is this kind of equation is known as unbalanced equation. So these are all the steps follow to write the skeletal equation. Is this clear, students? Is there any doubt in this details? How to write the skeletal equation. Okay. Next one is balancing equation. How to write a balancing chemical equation. What are the rules we want to write a balancing chemical equation? Okay. So, according to the law of conservation of mass, total number of atoms forming the reactant should be equal to and all the atoms of forming of the products. So, law of conservation of mass, the total mass of all the atoms forming the reactants should be equal to that of all the atoms forming the products. So this is the main information. We want to write a balancing chemical equation. We want to write a balanced equation means the first rule, total mass of all the atoms forming the reactant should be equal to that of all the atom forming the products. So reactants mass, total number of reactants atoms is equal to the products atoms. This is the main and mandatory rule. We want to write a balancing chemical equation. So this law will hold good only when the number of atoms in the all type of elements both sides are equal. So balanced chemical equation means one which total number of the atoms in any element, the reactant side is equal to the total number of the atoms element in the product sides. So reactant sides number of atom is equal to product sides of the number of atoms. So different kinds of methods we want to write in chemical equation. So first one is a trial and error, direct inspection, and then fractional method, and then odd number, even number method. So we want to write a right chemical equation means what are the rules we want to follow. Yes. First point, the number of times an element occurs both sides in skeletal equation. First, we want to count an element occurs number of times an element occurs. So this is the first one. Number of times an element occurs on both sides. We want to count how many times the element occurs in both sides. So this is the first point. Second one, element which occurs the least number of times in reactant and the product. First one is number of time means more than 2 or 3 times. And next point is least number of times reactants or product. Anyone. So the least number we want to count that atoms. And then third point, 2 or more elements occurs the same number of time means what should be the metallic element is balanced first. Metallic element is balanced first. So this is the third rule. First one, number of items an element occurs in both sides. Least number of times or reactants or products we want to count. And then 2 or more times, more than one element will come means we want to count the first metallic element to balance. And then first we want to the first preference for metallic element. And fourth one, number of molecules of reactants products as coefficient. Number of molecules or reactants and products are written as coefficient. That is the fourth rule. And then next one is formula should be changed to make the elements equal. First one, the formula should not be changed. So, should not be changed to make the elements equal. We don't want to change the formula. The formula should not be changed to make the elements equal. So, this is also important point. And then fractional method of balancing, that is the molecular element oxygen, hydrogen, ozone. So not for the compound. So that is H2O and NH3. So fractional method of balancing must be employed only for the molecule of an element. So that is the last rule. So these are all the points we want to maintain a balancing chemical equation. Okay. So now I'm going to write on a small equation. Chemical equations. Yes, formation of water. Formation of water. What are the components are involved to form water? Yes, formula of water. Chemical formula of water is H2O. Yes, hydrogen and oxygen. Yes, these two components are involved to form water. These are all the reactants. Hydrogen and oxygen are the reactants. Water is the product. So, hydrogen and oxygen are the reactant. Water is the product. Okay. So, this is the formation of water. Okay, so how to write the skeleton equation? That is H2 plus O2 gives H2O. So this is known as skeleton equation. That is unbalanced equation. H2 plus O2 gives H2O. So this kind of equation is called as unbalanced. So we want to write an example for the chemical equation, formation of water. Chemical formula of water is H2O. What are the products are involved in this reaction means hydrogen and oxygen. Product is water. So unbalanced equation of the formation of water is H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Okay. So next we want to write the correct number of atoms are involved in this reaction. Yes, number of times particular element in both sides, that is hydrogen. So what are the rule we follow? Step 1, word equation. First one is word equation, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives water. So this is word equation. And second one, skeleton equation. Skeleton equation is H2 plus O2 gives H2O. So this is skeleton equation. And then step 3, select the element which is to be balanced for on the number of times the element occurs on both sides. Yes, number of times means hydrogen is in 2 times, oxygen is in 1 time. Okay. So number of times particular elements on both sides means hydrogen in 2 times and oxygen in 1 time. So this is the step of the 3. And then step 4 in this case, that both elements are occur in 1 time each. Both elements are occur 1 time. So the preference to given the oxygen because it has the higher atomic mass. Atomic mass of oxygen is higher. So balance equation put 2 before oxygen. The atomic mass of the oxygen is higher. So we want to write the number 2 before the oxygen. So balanced equation means balanced oxygen. So we want to write H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. The balance of hydrogen, this is balance of oxygen, and then balance of hydrogen put near the hydrogen is H2 in left side. So 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. So this is the right balanced equations. So how many number of atoms in left side? Yes, there are 4 hydrogen atom in left side, and right side also 4 hydrogen atoms. 2 2s are 4. Here also 2 2s are 4. In left side, 2 hydrogen atoms are present in left side. In right side also the initial number. So this 2 is considered for whole formula. So oxygen also in 2 times 2 oxygen atom in right side. So this is the right balanced equation. 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. So how many number of hydrogen is 4 times? 2 2s are 4. Oxygen 2 times. This is left hand side. Left hand side 4 hydrogen atoms, 2 oxygen atoms. Right hand side also 4 hydrogen atom, 2 oxygen atoms. 2 2s are 4, and then 2, this 2 is for oxygen also. So 2 oxygen is present in right side. So this is right hand side. So both sides are equal as per the law of conservation of mass. Formula is applicable in this equation. Is it clear, students? So both sides, number of hydrogen atoms 4 and oxygen atom is 2. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Is this clear? Is there any doubt? No. Okay. Yes. From the simulation, we are going to learn how to balance the chemical equations. Yes, there are some examples and the game also present in this place. One is making ammonia, separation of water, combustion of methane. Okay. Students, are you interested to participate in this? Don't write, please. Don't write in this area. You please type the details. Balanced equation is nothing but both sides atoms are equal. So that is called as balanced equation. So first one is, students, yes, you please tell me the right number of atoms. Yes, nitrogen and oxygen. These two are in left side is called as reactants. Nitrogen and oxygen combine together to form ammonia. Okay, so this is the skeletal equation. So we want to write a balanced equation. Formation of ammonia. Anyone interested to tell that number here? Please type the number. You don't want to hesitate, just you tell. Is that right or wrong? I will explain. Okay, first one, I will increase. Yes, 1 atom of nitrogen and then 3 part of hydrogen and form 2 ammonia. Okay, 1 N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. This is the right balancing chemical equation. Okay. So, one atom of nitrogen, three part of hydrogen. Here we want to check this. 1 2s are 2. Okay. 1 2s are 2. So 2 1s are 2. So the nitrogen is balanced here. 3 2s are 6. Hydrogen 6 atoms in left side. 6 atoms of hydrogen. Here also 2 3s are 6. So hydrogen also balanced. See here. So 2 part of nitrogen, 6 part of hydrogen. This is left side numbers. So here also same number of atoms. So law of conservation of mass formula is applicable. Yes, this is the right balanced chemical equation. Did you understand, students? Right side, 2 part of 2 atoms. So two number of atoms in nitrogen, 6 number of atoms in hydrogen. Right side part, that is product also, 2 number of nitrogen and then 6 number of hydrogen. So this is the right balancing chemical equation. Okay. Next one is separation of water. So what are the components present in water? Hydrogen and oxygen. This is separation, not formation. We want to separate water molecule. Water molecule will be separate into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. So this is the formula of water, H2O. So now we are going to write a balanced equation. How many number of water molecules? Yes, I am selecting 2. And here 2 part of hydrogen and then 1 number of oxygen. Yes, this is the right chemical equation. Yes, separation of water means water molecules. 2H2O gives 2H2 plus 1O2. Now I'm going to balance the numbers. Yes, 2 2s are 4. So there are 4 number of atoms. Hydrogen is present in left side. So yes, right side also 4 numbers. 2 2s are 4. So 4 number of hydrogen atoms present in right side and 2 number of oxygen. Yes, this 2 is accepted for oxygen also. Here also 1 2s are 2. So 2 number of oxygen atoms in present in right side. So both sides atoms are balanced. So want to write. What are the rules? Yes, here we are writing the arrow mark between the products and reactants. So should write the arrow mark, right? Arrow mark is we want to write between products and the reactant sites. Okay, so this is the second example of balancing chemical equation. Next one is combustion of methane. Methane formula is CH4, 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. This is the right formula of methane. And oxygen. What are the reactants for this reaction? Methane and oxygen. What are the products? Carbon dioxide and water molecules. Combustion of methane reaction, what are the products will come means carbon dioxide and water. Yes, the first rule of the balancing chemical equation, we want to write a plus symbol of 2 separate products or the reactants, anyone. We want to write a plus symbol. This is must. Okay. So now I'm going to balance the equation. 1 CH4 and then 2 part of oxygen, 1 carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water. So this equation is balanced. Okay, so this is the right balanced equation. So one molecule of methane and then two molecule of oxygen. The products are one molecule of carbon dioxide and then two molecules of water molecules. So carbon left side only one carbon atom is present. So what are the rules we read? How many times the element comes in both sides? Carbon, yes, number of times means hydrogen, oxygen. What are the elements are present in reactant side? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Here also carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. So equal. So there are 4 atoms of hydrogen present in left sides. Here also 2 2s are 4. Yes, the hydrogen is balanced. And next one is oxygen. 2 2s are 4. So 4 and then right side also here. Here is 2 oxygen and then here is 2 oxygen. So 4 oxygens are on right side also. Carbon number is only one on left side and then right side also. So this is the right balanced equation. So how we want to write the balancing equation means first we want to write the plus symbol for each and every products or the reactants, and we want to write the between arrow for products and the reactants. Okay, and then we want to write the correct balanced numbers in the each and every reaction. Okay, yes, this is the game. Students, I think you are very interested students, enthusiastic students. Okay. So please, you also participate to complete this equations. That is the balancing chemical equations. Yes. What are the reactants? Carbon and oxygen. What are the products? Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is the product of this reaction. Carbon plus oxygen gives carbon monoxide. Carbon and oxygen combine to form carbon monoxide. Symbol of carbon is C. Symbol of oxygen is O2. Symbol of formula of the carbon monoxide is CO. Anyone, you please guide me? Anyone interested to participate this? Okay, shall I write here? First, I want to choose one carbon and then one oxygen and then one carbon monoxide. Is this right? Students, is this right? Shall we check? Is this right or wrong? Yes, this is not balanced. This is not balanced equation. Why? Because carbon is one part and then oxygen here, oxygen, 2 number of oxygen 1. So this is not right equation. So once again, I want to correct this. 2 number of carbon and here also products also 2 CO, 2 carbon monoxide part. I want to check this. Yes, this is the right equation. Okay, 2C plus 1 O2 gives 2 CO. Here 2 carbon atoms. Here also 2 carbon atoms. Here 2 oxygen atoms and right side also 2 oxygen atom is present. So this is the right balanced equation. Okay, 2 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atoms to combine form 2 carbon monoxides. Okay, shall we move to the next? Is this clear? Yes, second one is ammonia. Yes, ammonia gives decompose N2 plus OH2. NH3, ammonia is the reactant side, product side, what are the details? Nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and the oxygen is present in this right side. So, ammonia formula is NH3. Formula of ammonia is NH3. How the ammonia is formed? N2 plus H2. Okay. So, here, two part of ammonia is separated to one part of nitrogen and then three part of hydrogen. Okay. So, shall want to check this? Yes, this is the balanced equation. Yes, two ammonia is separated into one nitrogen and three hydrogen. Here, two number of nitrogen atom is present. So, 1 2s are 2. Yes, this is balanced. And then 2 3s are 6. 6 number of hydrogen atom is here. Here also 3 2s are 6. So, both right side and left side number of atoms are equals. So, both are equal numbers. So, this is the balanced equation. And next one, carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. Carbon plus oxygen reactants. So, carbon dioxide is the product. So, we want to write the correct numbers. So, a number of carbon atom and then one atom of oxygen here, one CO2. So, is this right or wrong? One carbon is equal. One atom of carbon and then one number of oxygen. 1 2s are 2. Here also 2 1s are 2. So, both are equal. Is this right or wrong? Carbon atoms and the oxygen atoms are equal for both sides. Shall we check it? Yes, this is also the right balanced equation. Carbon numbers and the oxygen numbers both are equal in this both sides. That is right side and the left side also. So, this is the right balanced equation. Understand? Carbon plus oxygen gives formation of carbon dioxide. What are the reactants? Carbon and oxygen join to form carbon dioxide. So, carbon dioxide formation of equation. This is okay. So, this is the right balance equation. Next one, carbon monoxide. How to separate the carbon monoxide? Yes, carbon monoxide formula is CO and then oxygen and the carbon dioxide are the products. So, carbon monoxide is the reactants of this reaction and then carbon and the carbon dioxide are the products of this reaction. So, now we want to balance the right equations. So, anyone interested to participate this? I think you are understood the right procedure for this. You please write the number only. Anyone is interested to join? No. Okay. So, two part of carbon monoxide. Okay. And then two part of oxygen and then part of carbon dioxide. Is this right? Shall we check this? Yes, two carbon atoms. Carbon atom 2 is balanced here. Here also one carbon atom. So, how we want to check? Yes, we want to add one more carbon atom here. So, this is balanced. 3 oxygen atoms here. 1 2s are 2 and then one more you want to write here. So, 2. So, I want to check this. Is this right or wrong? We want to check it. Yes, this is not balanced. Why? Because unbalanced. Carbon number is 4. Here oxygen is only 2 through. So it is not balanced. Okay. Once again, we want to correct this. Shall I corrected. Now it is right. Shall I check this? No, it is also wrong because so the balanced equation is two molecules of carbon monoxide is split into one part of carbon and then one part of carbon dioxide. Now it is the right balanced equation. So in this way, we want to write the correct chemical equation method. So here we want to check it. Two carbon. Yes, here one carbon and here one carbon. Balanced. And then here two part of oxygen. And then here also two. So two numbers. So this is the right balancing chemical equations. Carbon monoxide split into carbon and carbon dioxide. Is this clear? Yes. Nitrous oxide. Okay. NO is nitric oxide. NiTRIC. Nitric acid is the formula of NO. And nitric acid oxide is split into nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and oxygen. NO is the reactants, and then N2 plus O2 are the product of this equation. So NO is split into N plus O2. Okay, here want to write 2NO. Here also 1 and then here also one part. Is this right? Is this right, ma'am? Yeah, 2NO. So two part of nitrogen and then two part of oxygen. Here also two number of atoms in nitrogen and two number of atoms in oxygen. So yes, this is the right balanced equation. So two nitrogen, two oxygen in product side. Here also 1 2s are 2. So two nitrogen atoms in product side and then two oxygen atoms in product side. So both reactants and products are equal in both sides. Number of atoms are equal in both sides. So this is the right chemical equations. Okay. Yes. The first part is over. This is the second level. So CS2, carbon disulfide. CS2 is the formula of carbon disulfide plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus 2. SO2 is the formula of sulfur dioxide. Dioxide means two part of oxygen, that is known as di, mono, di, tri, tetra, like that. Is it? So what are the products, reactants of this equation? That is in left side, CS2, carbon disulfide and oxygen to form in this reaction, the products to form carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. So this carbon is joined to oxygen. Carbon dioxide is formed and then sulfur is also joined to oxygen. Sulfur dioxide is formed here. So carbon is joined to oxygen, carbon dioxide formation. Sulfur is joined to oxygen, the sulfur dioxide is formed. So now I'm going to correct the equation, balancing equation. Yes. 1 CS2, yes, one molecule of carbon disulfide, and then because we want to write more number of oxygen, because carbon is also joined to oxygen, sulfur also joined to oxygen. So want to select 3, yes, 3 atoms of oxygen I am choosing. So here one carbon dioxide and 2 SO2, yes. Plus, we want to check that carbon, both side carbons are present here, sulfur and sulfur, oxygen and oxygen. So, both left side and then right side. Number elements are equal. There is no changes. There is no difference between this two left side and right side. Okay. So, here How many oxygen are present in left side? That is 3 2s or 6. So number of oxygen atoms is higher here. So here also 2 2s are 4. 4 oxygen is here. Here 2 1 2s are 2. So 6 oxygen is balanced. And then sulfur 2 1s are 2. And then here also 2 yes. So sulfur also balanced. Carbon only one atom. Carbon here also only one time. Okay. So in this way we want to check the correct number of atoms are present in left side and right side. So I want to check this equation. Yes, this is the right balancing equation. Carbon is balanced and then sulfur also balanced. Oxygen 3 2s are 6. Here 2 oxygen. Here 4 oxygen. So this is the right balanced chemical equation. Okay. Next one is methane. What is the formula of methane? CH4. Yes. And then oxygen to form a product, carbon dioxide and water. Yes. Already we saw this equation. Is it? Yes. 2 molecules of oxygen, 1 part of carbon dioxide and 2 part of hydrogen. Yes, how many times the hydrogens are 2 2s are 4. Here 2 oxygen and here 1 2s are 2. So oxygen is balanced. So both side oxygen numbers are correct. Here hydrogen is 4 times. So here also 2 2s are 4. Hydrogen atoms also balanced. Carbon atom 1 time. Here also 1 time. So this is right, I think. So, right equation. This is the right balanced equation. So, I think students, you got an idea about how to write the balanced chemical equation. Is there any doubt in this part? Is there any doubt, ma? Yes, in this session, we learned what is chemical equation and then what are the steps to write the skeleton equation and what are the steps to write a balanced chemical equation and then how to balance the chemical reaction in the help of the simulation. So, I think it is very useful to you. So please go through your textbooks also. Is there any doubt? You please ask me in this next session. Okay. Thank you, students. Jai Vidya Shakti, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.